Long, from what we know about this shooter today, is it as simple as a disaffected employee, somebody who'd been bounced out of the Navy, perhaps bore a grudge about that, apparently had some financial issue with his current employees? Can it be as simple as that, or are we talking about somebody with an underlying serious mental health issue?
It might be as simple as that. That is the most common type of person that we see doing these things. Now, in the absence of severe mental illness, such as a thought disorder, schizophrenia, delusions, such as Jared Loughner in Tucson and James Holmes appears to be in Colorado, in the absence of severe mental illness such as that, generally the type of person that we see committing these mass shootings is someone who is disenfranchised, and he is angry, and he feels his life is a mess because of others. They tend to not blame themselves, and a lot of times the main motivator behind these mass shootings is they're motivated by revenge. The person is angry at the world, they don't look at themselves as the problem, and they want to make others pay for their pain, their psychological pain. That's the most common thing, and they tend to do it alone.
Okay, Dr. Sophie, there's an interesting revelation from his father, who said that Alexis, his son, had anger management issues associated with PTSD after working on rescues during September the 11th. Could that in any way have been partly a trigger for what happened?
Absolutely. But it depends. If it was treated or not, was it really diagnosed? Is it just what somebody thinks he might have had? Were there substances on board? Got to see what his toxicology screens look like, if they can get some. But yeah, there were red flags. And yes, that could have definitely been something that triggered.
There's a fact today. 8,175 Americans have been killed by guns since the Newtown shooting. I mean, I hear that, and you know, the comparative figure in Britain would be about 25. Australia, 25. Germany, 40 maybe. Japan, 2. Doesn't your heart ache when you see this kind of statistic and see another mass shooting, just as an American?
Absolutely, but the common thread I see in all of that is anger. People who are lost, they're struggling. And what is triggering all of that? I think the common thing is anger. Yeah, it's an absolute shame.
But anger manifested into violence by a gun.
Absolutely, absolutely. They have that vehicle to manifest it.
What's the answer?
Well, I think the answer is to really take a look at these cases and see, are there common threads in there? Are there mental health issues, substance abuse issues, socioeconomic issues? Because that's the common stuff that's driving people's behavior, and then they have access to guns.